Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Anime King 2. And today I'm gonna be giving you part 16 of What If Naruto had 9 Kekkei Genkai. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also go ahead and check out the new episode of What If Naruto had the Sharingan and the Byakugan mix and enjoy that. And over on Anime King, my main channel guys, I posted the final episode of What If Kurama gave Naruto a dojutsu. So go ahead and check out that and enjoy. And I also posted a new episode of What If Tsunade was Naruto's mother. So check out that as well and enjoy. And if you're new and this is the first time you're hearing my voice guys, and you enjoy the videos on both channels, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join Anime King and Anime King 2 and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you all for your help and your support. And remember to go ahead and comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying and talking back to all of you. So without further ado, let's get straight into this new episode. So to do a little bit of a recap, the last time we left off, Naruto along with his team, they face off against Han, the five-tailed Jinchuriki, as the battle raged as Han went straight into Four Tails and started to attack them viciously. But in the end, Naruto and his team won as they knocked out Han as his body was sent flying out of the steaming cave of the Sand Village. After that, we skipped to Fluffy, who was worried about Taejun as his time was coming to an end. Soon, he will die. We also went back into a flashback as we saw how Taejun got his Kekkei Genkais. After that, Naruto and his team was sent on a mission by Tsunade as they were sent to Kiri to go and talk to Meitarumi, the new Mizukage, as they were sent to tell her that Konoha acknowledged her of being a Kage. As Tsunade sent Naruto along with Tenten, Teiwaya and Hinata as they all went on the mission as they arrived there. But another group was going there as well that consists of Guren and Yukimaru and Jugo. Jugo was looking for Kimimaro as Fluffy found Kimimaro by himself as she started a battle with him as she says that there is no use for his Kekkei Genkai as Taejun won't let her add it to the seal, so he must die. Guren and the others, using the three tails that was at the Mizukage's village, they used the seal on Guren's neck as he revived Orochimaru. As Naruto and his team arrived as they couldn't believe it, with Mei also there. As Orochimaru told his team to defeat them, as Jugo rushed at Naruto. That was the last part we left off. You guys can switch across the playlist and check it out for yourself. So let's begin this new episode, shall we? Prepare to die, said Jugo as his hand turned into an axe as he was coming down at Naruto. Lightning release, shock bomb, said Naruto as he slammed his hand on the blunt side of the axe and sent lightning into Jugo, but nothing happened. Teleport rush, said Naruto as he disappeared in a flash of light. He appeared behind Jugo and kicked him up into the air, as he then disappeared again and appeared above Jugo as he delivered an ox kick, sending Jugo spiraling down into the ground. With Guren and Mei, as the both of them found themselves staring one another down. So, you're the new Mizukage. I thought you were probably someone playing on a swimsuit calendar, said Guren, as Mei get a dark look in her eyes. What did you just say? Guren smirked. Oh, only the truth. You're probably only the Mizukage because of those oversized melons on your chest. You probably slept your way to the top. As Mei snapped when she heard that, lava release. Lava spout as she spewed lava from her mouth, ready to engulf Guren, but Guren wasn't ready to be fried. Crystal release. Crystal enchantment wall. As a wall of crystal formed around Guren, blocking the lava as Guren grinned. Oh, I see it now, said Guren. You couldn't sleep with anyone because they are afraid of you. melting them with a kiss. Fire release, dragon flame jutsu, said Mei as she spit out a stream of fire towards Guren, who used a crystal wall to block it again. Mei then ran through hand sign, lava release, lava dome, as she trapped the both of them in lava, as the lava surrounded them in a black dome. As Mei then smiled, "It's time for you to die, little miss." Boiling release, melting mist, as Mei spew out gas from her mouth, covering inside of the dome. Crystal release, crystal armor, said Guren, as crystals came over her skin, with Orochimaru and the rest of the girls. Orochimaru grinned while the trio around him prepared to attack. A Fuma shuriken flew at him from Tenten as Orochimaru caught it with one hand. "Is that all you have?" he said that chuckle. Wind release, Ichigram ear palm, said Hinata as she blasted ear palm, but Orochimaru bent his body in a ridiculous way to avoid it. "Yucky," Hinata said. "So, are you going to actually hit me? Or is this going to be a boring fight?" said Orochimaru as the tree doki that Teiwaya created was about to smash into him. The monsters then smashed into Orochimaru, creating a huge smoke as the dust picked up, as he was puffed inside of the smoke. When the smoke cleared, Orochimaru stood there with the Kusanagi sword in his hand. Orochimaru simply smirked as he went through one-handed hand sign, wind release, great breakthrough, as he spewed out a blast of wind from his mouth, ripping through everything as the girls jumped out of the way. Hinata then started to glow. Aura release, aura light show, as bright lights flew at Orochimaru as he dodged all of them, but the lights changed their direction as they flew at him. They were following him. Orochimaru then smirked. "This is getting interesting," he said, as he used a Kusanagi to slice through the attack as he dodged and sliced through the rest of them. As Tenten uses at her advantage while he's fighting off, as she threw a barrage of shurikens as some of them striked him. "Hell yeah," Teiwaya said as she smirked, but Orochimaru then poofed into smoke. "Shadow clone? Damn it," Teiwaya cursed. She then felt something grab her leg. It was Orochimaru from below. "Let go of me, you pedophile," she said as he dragged her below the ground as her head was above, as he stood tall above her with the sword of Kusanagi. "Prepare to die, traitor," Orochimaru said. As he raised his sword, he then felt an impact into him. 8 tetragram, 2 palms, 4 palms, 8 palms, 16 palms, 32 palms, as he was sent flying, as Hinata and Tenten then pulled Teiwaya out. As Teiwaya sighed, "Thanks," she said, as Orochimaru rose up from the ground as he laughed. "Multiple hidden striking shadow snakes," Orochimaru said, as he sent a portion of snakes towards them as Tenten drew her sword. Earth release, earth blade, as she started to chop the snakes in half while throwing shurikens to stop the ones that are a distance away. Fire release, Phoenix Sage Fire, said Teiwaya as she burned the snakes. With the way clear, Hinata charged forward with 2 lightning gentle fists as she impacted right into Orochimaru as he then poofed away once again. "Really? That is only cool when Naruto does it," said Tenten to herself, as Orochimaru then appeared back on the 3 tails. Meanwhile, Naruto had trapped Jugo in a wood release, as Mei and Guren were out of the crystal dome as they were now firing fire and crystal attacks at each other. Orochimaru then looked over at Guren as he looked over at Yukimaru. "Yukimaru, could you be a dear and get your pet here to charge up a tail beast bomb with you? A few annoying creatures are over there to be eradicated." "But Guren and Jugo," said Yukimaru, as Orochimaru chuckled. "Sometime in the game of life, you have to sacrifice a few pieces." Guren heard this as she froze. She was being abandoned. "No!" Yukimaru shouted. "What?" said Orochimaru. "I said no!" Yukimaru said. However, this had the side effect of messing up his control over the 3 tails, which started to break. as the three tails started to shake and roar as he started to wobble about. Yukimaru's eyes went wide as he was pushed into the water. "Yukimaru!" Guren yelled out as she dived into the water to save him. As May blinked. As everyone saw this, as they all charged up an attack and hit the standby, knocking it away from Yukimaru and Guren as Orochimaru jumped off of his head. "How delightful," Orochimaru said, as his body flickered away, as Yukimaru was pulled to the shore by a crying Guren. As she looked around for Orochimaru, "He abandoned me. What did I do wrong?" she said to herself. As she was looking around, Orochimaru was really gone, after she was the one who brought him back. As May looked down at her, as now, she felt bad for her. But Naruto then spoke. "Why are you crying over him? That snake pedo, if he ever cared about you, he would never leave you behind. Why cry over a jerk when you can live for what you already have?" he said as Guren turned and looked at him. "It's obvious that you and the boys don't need to stay with him. Find your own place, your own path." Guren stopped crying as May then spoke as well. Not bad at all, Naruto-kun. If only I could give speeches like that," as the girls glared at May for saying "kun." "Relax girls, it's not like that. Guren, you obviously are a strong woman, and nowadays we cannot find women like that. You can go far, but I can take you farther than Orochimaru. If you like, you and those two can join here." Guren then glanced down at Yukimaru, who nodded as Guren looked up. "Alright," she said. A day later, as the team left back to Konoha, May was watching in her office as Ayo stood behind her. "That Naruto, what a person. If only I was just a little younger." As she then got a thought as a smile graced her lips. Ayo, prepare a marriage contract between the Tarumi clan and the Uzumaki Namikaze clan. "What?" said Ayo. "No, don't worry Ayo, it's not for me. As you can see that boy, soon you will have kids. He's in the CRA. And what better way than to have our kids combined? We need allies." "Wait, our kids?" said Ayo to himself. Who was the Mizukage with? How did she know that she would have kids? But he never is going to say this out loud because she would kill him. Meanwhile, the weekend standby was bound by several sharks as he was being led in the water by Kisame with Itachi alongside him. "I really got to thank whoever beat up this thing for us, Itachi," said Kisame with a smirk on his face. The lair of the Uchiha, the body of Sasuke continued to cringe as the Uchiha that was currently possessing the body grinned. "Soon that boy will be gone and I will have full control of this new body. Then that former teammate of mine, you will get yours, Taejun, and Fluffy, you will be mine." Days later, at the Hokage's office, Tsunade and Danzo was currently with Naruto, Teiwaya, Hinata, Fu, Haku, and Tenten. "Alright, we have a S-rank mission for you all, and if not handled properly, it could lead to a 4th Shinobi War." What? The team said as they were shocked. Tsunade just stared off into the window. Recently, it appears that a group of unnamed thieves infiltrated Kumo and the Stone Village and steal a set of scrolls of Kenjutsu, and they stole 5 powerful swords from Kumo. Each side has small amount of evidence pointing to one another, and if it goes on like this, war will erupt and we will get caught in the crossfire. "Yeah, we're dead smack in the both of them," said Teiwaya. "That is why we need to douse the flames of war immediately before everyone is caught in the crossfire," said Danzo. "Yes, we need to find who stole them and get them immediately. I have already sent a message to San, Taki, Kusa, Kiri. They have teams of ninjas on alert in case these items found themselves there. We can't allow a fourth war to occur, said Snappy. With Taejun, him and Fluffy were currently on the trail of the stolen scroll and the swords, as Taejun then started to breathe hard as he suddenly collapsed as Fluffy rushed over to him. Taejun, as he groaned as he lifted himself up, chakra steaming off of his body. That was the rest of it, he asked, as Fluffy nodded nervously. Now it's time to tell the truth about everything. Taejun and Fluffy had originally traveled back in time by using a special sealing art, but the traveling jutsu removed a lot of Taejun's power, making him sick and dying, and that is why he's so weak. And his time is coming to an end. Well, you have 72 hours left, said Fluffy, as Taejun coughed up some blood. You know, I made so much mistake back then. I should have killed Sasuke when we first battled at the Valley of the End and stop him from being the evil entity that he is now and the destroyer of the world. Are you ever going to tell Naruto who you are? Asked Fluffy. I don't know yet. It's gonna be pretty weird to explain that I am him from the future and that you're the nine-tailed fox. Fluffy then turned her head as she sensed someone coming. The Raikage, C, Samui, Darui, Killer Bee, and Yujito are approaching. I will not let Sasuke do this again, as Taejun had flashes of his time in the future where Sasuke cut down everyone. Sasuke destroyed the world once before, and he used an unknown jutsu to possess his younger self body, so the Uchiha that is inside of Sasuke is currently the future Sasuke, but Sasuke's jutsu allow him to come here safely, while Taejun is slowly dying. My friends won't die this time, especially the Konoha 11, except for Sai, who died in the 4th Great Ninja War. Okay Fluffy, you know what to do, said Taejun, as Fluffy nodded. As she focused her genjutsu, Fluffy possessed the ability as a nine-tail to imprint idea in someone's mind. That is how they managed to ensure that Naruto, the younger one, got the mission to save Mr. Ostrich so that he could meet Fu and Teiwaya and Aisaraibe. And they convinced Oniki to allow Kurosaki to compete in the Chunin exams. But of course, it only implanted ideas, not love. That was what the young Naruto had to do on his own, as Taejun made a bargain with Fluffy in order for her to help him with the time travel. It was a struggle ever since she gained her human form and he lost his ability to fully control her, and he could not use the chakra mode he used to destroy Madara anymore. That is why he gave in to her demand that they change the younger Naruto with a harem. So this was all Fluffy's idea. Taejun was all in for the restore of his clan, but Fluffy took it a bit too far to make all girls from all different ninja villages be a part of it. But then she explained the hidden purpose, peace. Temari was the sister of the Kazekage. Kurosaki was the granddaughter of Oniki. And Samui meant a lot to Yujito, who were from the cloud. But Taejun had a limit, no older woman for the younger him. Fluffy then used her technique as she implanted the idea in the Raikage's head to order Samui to go somewhere else, while Taejun handled Team Lightning and Kurosaki and Oniki went into a different path. Meanwhile, Oniki looked over at Kurosaki. Kurosaki, go ahead and look for the remaining scrolls, he said. Really? Now, grandfather? She asked. Yes, said Oniki. Kurosaki nodded as she body flickered away. Back with Taejun and Fluffy. Okay, Fluffy, go ahead and watch Naruto's group. Meanwhile, I have a Raikage's team to calm down. But if not, I have to stop them in their tracks. But alive, said Taejun. With the Raikage's team, Killer Bee, the Raikage, Yujito, and Darui and C. Samui has been with them earlier, but the Raikage sent her ahead to scout for the missing swords, but that wasn't his idea, it was Fluffy's. C then blinked. Raikage, a powerful chakra source is ahead of us. Ninja art, apple shurikens. From a nearby tree, dozens of apples flew into C, knocking him into a nearby tree. The remaining four looked around as they saw Taejun in front of them, the form of Taejun, or future Naruto if you want to call it that. Sorry C, but I can't deal with Genjutsu today. Fluffy was not with him, so he couldn't break out of it that easily, and his body was still weak at the moment. What the hell was that? Said A, as the four of them surrounded Taejun. You were the one that warned us about the Akatsuki, and now you attack us? I am sorry, Raikage, but I can't afford for a war to start right now. And I know that you won't listen to me when you're in that angry state. So I had to knock out C, because if he placed me under a Genjutsu, you would just kill me. A growled. Now, seeing that you're going to try to attack me in the next 5 seconds, could you just turn around and allow Samui to handle it? Shut up, said A as he charged at Taejun. As Taejun sighed. Teleport, said Taejun as he vanished. Wait, that was, said the Raikage as he looked at Taejun. Yes, the teleport ability of the Namikaze. I never knew that it was a Kekkei Genkai until Fluffy brought it up. The Raikage glared at him. Stand still so I can pummel whatever you're planning. Taejun then opened back his eyes to reveal Sage Mode. I don't think so, as he breathed in deeply, as he then formed the Tiger Seal. Would release Acorn Rapid Bullets, as acorns were flying out from Taejun's mouth as the Raikage was dodging all of them. Darui, said A. Got it, boss. Storm Release, Laser Circus. Several beams of light flew from Darui's hands towards Taejun. Senjutsu Rush, said Taejun, as he disappeared in a blinding speed and appeared behind Killer B. What the? Buzz this, said Taejun. Ice Release, 1000 Years of Death, as he struck Killer B with Ice Chakra, as Killer B was sent flying with a frozen ass. Yujito then appeared behind him. Fire Palm Technique, said Yujito, as Taejun found himself running low on Senjutsu Chakra. Time to fix that. Shadow Clone Jutsu, as the clone grabbed onto Taejun and threw him straight up into the air, taking the hits of the attack. Taejun then formed a ball around his feet, a Rasengan. Rasengan drop, he said. With a Rasengan on his foot, he slammed down into Yujito, sending her spiraling down to the ground, as he then turned to a raging Raikage. Oh, so you don't want war? Then what is with all of this, said the Raikage, as Taejun sighed. If this continues, your brother will be dead, Kumo will be destroyed, a future where I could have stopped if I killed him, said Taejun. What are you talking about, said Killer B, as Taejun then ripped off his cloak, showing his face, as his spiky blonde hair showed, with whisker marks. As Yujito froze. Wait, you're... I am the last human of the world, hero of the 4th Great Ninja War, and the Hokage. But now, the future shall change. If you attack the Stone Village, you only play to that future. Now leave, and stop all this madness if you don't want to be harmed. I don't know what kind of nonsense you're spouting, but I am going to crush you, A said, as he rushed towards the Namikaze. As Taejun simply raised an eyebrow. Stubborn as ever, A, said Taejun. It reminds me of that blood prison thing, but it doesn't matter. Scorch Release, Chakra burned. A aura burned from Taejun, evaporating the area, filling it with smoke. As Taejun was releasing Senjutsu Steam, Water Release, Bubble Dome, as Taejun sent a bubble attack towards the Raikage, who had to jump back. Wood Release, Senjutsu Forest, said Taejun, as he summoned the Senjutsu Forest that started to send rapid Senjutsu Chakra in towards Taejun, as this was one of his most powerful victory over Sasuke. And this seal as well. Sacred sealing style, one flavor. Ramen cup, as a giant ramen cup was summoned in front of all of them. Sealing style, Senjutsu no pass impulse. As Taishun then sent ramen flying towards all of them as they had to jump out of the way. Killer Bee pulled out all of his swords as he grabbed all of them with his joints. As Taishun smiled, only if you had killed Sasuke that day, then we wouldn't be in this mess. Damn you, Karin, said Taishun. The Raikage tried to jump back as his lightning cloak around him vanished, as Yujito fired a fireball at the vines, but they were all sucked in the ramen bowl that was bubbling as it was taking all of their attacks. Meanwhile, as Fluffy was speeding after the young Naruto, she noticed that her hand vanished as it then reappeared. So you're using that jutsu, she said to herself. Taishun was in the ultimate gentle fist style as Killer Bee rushed forward as the both of them collided, as Taishun was using some of Fluffy's chakra as the both of them were sent flying back. When Taishun stopped using her chakra, she was back to normal. You know, if you just stop trying to seek a war with the Stone Village, you can go. The Stone Village is having its own issues if you just allow Samui a chance. As Taishun knew that Utakata was in danger of the Akatsuki, but this was just wasting time. We will not give up. We will find our property and return it, said A, as he flew towards Taishun in rage. Taishun sighed, stubborn. Explosive release, landmine, as a landmine came under the Raikage and exploded, sending him flying in the air. Striking shadow ramen, said Taishun, as ramen flew from his arms and bind Yujito. Get this crap off of me, said Yujito, as Darui sent a black lightning attack at Taishun. Beast wave palm, said Taishun, as he cancelled out the lightning attack. Whoa, black lightning is certainly something, said Taishun, as he then sensed both B and the Raikage was flying at him for a double lariat. Don't want to end up like Kisame. Lava release, lava sand, as black sand emerged around Taishun, blocking the both of them. What the, said Raikage. Wind release, Tempest burst. A blast of wind came from Taishun, knocking the both of them back. Now, can you guys just relax and stop the fighting? Just relax, said Taishun. But A was still annoyed. Those swords are dangerous, A said, as Taishun sighed. You're still in your enraged state. Alright. Taishun then breathed in, boil release, knockout mist. A purple mist came out from Taishun's mouth, surrounding the area. Immediately, all of them collapsed around Taishun. But Taishun collapsed to his knees. I shouldn't have done that, he said to himself as he was huffing and puffing. It made me feel woozy as well. As Taishun looked around, his eyes looking foggy. But I have to get to Fluffy. Stop all of this madness, he said as he stood to his feet. I won't let you win this time, Sasuke. Currently, the team consists of Teiwaya, Tenten, Hinata, Haku, Fu and Naruto were rapidly moving through the trees as they were trying to stop the upcoming war. Hinata was in the front with her Byakugan. Naruto was behind her, ready for anything. Tenten was in the middle with a few shurikens in hand. Teiwaya was next with her flute, and Fu was there for the attack, and Haku was in the back with her ice release ready. A few beetles then came on Fu's hand as they click. Naruto, my bugs has tracked the thief to north. The person is attacking a sand patrol. It appeared like Naruto team wasn't the only one out to stop the war. The San, Kiri and Kusa has also sent a team as well, along with Taki. They just hope they don't run into them. Hinata, try to see where they are, said Naruto as Hinata focused her chakra. They're being destroyed and Temari is with them, said Hinata as its group kicked up their speed and headed off. At the battle, Temari, all of her Chunin team members dead, as Temari was slammed into a rock, as her trusted fan saved her as it lessened the blow. However, it paid a price as the fan was broken into pieces as Temari was facing off against Sakura, the future one who took over this weakened body, as the future Sakura was now in full control of this body. "Now then," said Sakura, as she drew a sword that had the 5 blades in them, "which one should I use to cut you down?" As she pulled a silver blade. "Well, this one looked good. How about this one?" As she came down at Temari, ready to slice her into pieces. But guys, I'm going to be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember to share to all of your friends on your social media platform. But for now, I'm out of here. Peace.